Alright, so I'm gonna keep this shotgun, and we're going in here.
Rex, are you receiving this? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, just scratches. Nothing the Solarian can't patch up. Reeves' truck made it out too.
The Turians had to call off the airstrike. We'll need a new plan for dealing with the Reaper.
First we'll have to find you. Where did you end up?
Underground. We see ruins of some kind.
Commander, that's the city of the ancients.
How do we get out?
No maps exist. It's been abandoned for thousands of years.
You're a trailblazer, Shepard. Get through there and we'll find a place to meet up. Nothing will stop this cure.
So this is interesting. Like, look at the decorations on this. Look at the ornamentation, right, on the architecture. See, there's a little bits there. Mostly geometric shapes, which is unusual. I mean, if you remember the Prothean ruins. Prothean's ruins didn't have this much decoration, and I don't think any of the modern cities, like the humans, the Asari, the Solarian cities, they don't have this much decoration neither, because I guess, you know, they're more modern. But, you know, geometric decorations indicate that, one, they had the time to spend carving out bits of stone, right? And two, that they're interested in geometry. And so these guys are, you know, mathematically quite capable if they are, you know, spending their time carving these you know, geometric patterns. I mean, in human history, you see these sorts of things in Egypt, I guess, in China, in I'm thinking less in South America. Although in South America they did manage to build some pyramids too, but less. So the more scientifically and mathematically advanced cultures at the time managed to carve these, you know, intricate shapes, and also the wealthier ones. Like if you look at the Greek architecture, it was less geometric and more naturalistic. Like they were into sculptures of people, and like there were fewer patterns, like fewer geometric patterns. And the Greek, I mean, they were quite clever philosophically, and you know, their science wasn't bad, but they weren't the wealthiest of civilizations. Certainly philosophic, like their philosophy is really good. Look at this.
Fascinating. This painting suggests Krogan had an artistic side.
Notice they chose obedience as their subject.
Yeah, so there's, I mean, this is vaguely Egyptian-like, right? So I guess they're copying Egyptian architecture and art for the old Krogan civilization. But the Egyptians, they were farmers. Like, they weren't even all that impressive as warriors, which the Krogan are. I can't imagine the Krogan being farmers. But Egyptians are mostly farmers. Like, they live along the Nile, and the Nile provided them.
That didn't feel like a quake.
Rex, are you guys feeling these tremors?
Not up here.
It could be something else, Commander. It is said that Kalros, the mother of all thresher maws, lives in this region.
Which is another reason to get your ass out of there, Shepard. Step on it.
Kalros, the mother of all thresher maws. Sounds troubling.
If the Krogan named it, it must be something special.
Yes. Kalros, the mother of all thresher maws. Yeah, so it's a lot of geometry, a lot of decoration, which means they had a lot of time to carve this stuff. I said this already. Time, money, and interest in mathematics. Which, I don't know. I mean, I understand they're trying to make it seem like the Krogan has a lost culture that used to be, you know, more interesting than what they have now. But it seems a little too interesting, you know what I mean? It seems a little too clever for the Krogan. I don't understand how they... It doesn't really make sense.
Kalros, I would guess. Impressive.
If that's what we've been hearing down here, I suggest we get moving.
So that's Kalros. I mean, I would imagine a more, you know, a more warrior culture, a more militaristic culture than the Egyptians would be a better model. Like the the Scythians maybe, or they were traders too. So these things are like riding, they're riding dinosaurs or something. They're called caculiosaurs. That's what they're called. But they're extinct. Anyway, we'll find out more about that later on. So maybe a more nomadic culture would make more sense, I feel like, instead of one that builds giant cities. Because in order to build giant cities, you need enough food to support all the people. And to get that food, you usually require agriculture. Like if you're a hunter-gatherer society, like you can't hunt enough animals. You know, like the city is too concentrated. You can only live as, you know, small tribes and small villages. If you're a hunter-gatherer.
There are bound to be more than just the ones we killed. Rex, we've got Rachni here. Keep an eye out.
I know. A few of them just attacked us. All that matters is getting to that shroud. Find us fast.
So what I'm trying to say is, I can imagine the Krogan living in hunter-gatherer clans,
Finally, light ahead.
maybe nomadic herders. I can't imagine them being actual farmers.
In my younger days, I would have loved to have spent time here studying these ruins.
Remnants of a failed species.
No, you're a remnant of a failed species. Literally. Because you're extinct, except for you. At least the Krogan still have billions of people left. Talking about failed species. What a douchebag.
Rex, we made it back outside.
Well, if you can see sunlight, that's progress.
And the color green. I thought plants were extinct around here.
You're looking at hope, all that's left of it on Tachanka. This is once a world full of beauty. Given a chance, it can be again.
Shepard, that Reaper is still up to no good at the shroud. Find a way out of there and we'll pick you up.
We're on it.
And when we get there, vengeance will be mine.
Yeah, so giant monuments. Again, like all the human cultures that have managed to build giant monuments have been based in agriculture. As I said, you know, the Chinese, the Egyptians, the Babylonians. Because you need food. Like, you need food to support a large population, and you need a large population to build giant sculptures and giant temples.
More opportunity.
That's
for
what it means. It's not like, you know, there's anything special about farmers. It's that you need farmers to grow enough food to support enough people to do special things. Why are they all gathered over there? And I can't reach them too, like if they're out of range. Well, apparently they have no trouble against the Ravager. Or maybe they are. What's going on over there? Can someone kill these guys? There you go. What is Jarvik doing? There's a guy there.
Another quake!
Calros is more than a myth.
Stay sharp!
Alright. So we would have seen Kairos if I wasn't walking around the other way. Let me just come back here. I don't think there's loot here. This is an ancient city. So there shouldn't be any weapon mods in the ancient city.
Amazing. Imagine how much Krogan culture has been lost.
I see only waste here. A civilization that destroyed what it had. No Reapers were necessary.
Yeah, look at all these.
Steve is right. Curing the genophage might lead to a Krogan renaissance.
Once a civilization has destroyed itself, the echo never fades. They are doomed to repeat.
Like, you know, look at all these geometric shapes. It's, they're really interested in math. which is fairly uncharacteristic for the Krogan. I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna make up a history for these guys, I feel like you should do it in a way that's consistent with the story you already told. I mean, the story is that the planet is brutal, and it's a violent world that created a violent species. I don't know. I mean, the lack of, politicians and diplomatic ability amongst the Krogan indicates that they never had a strong centralized government, except now we are saying that they had in the past.
It isn't over yet.
Although, having said that, I guess some of the African cultures can be oh crap, let me just kill these guys first. Like, there used to be fairly advanced civilizations in Africa too. Sudan, I think, was one of the older ones.
Watch out, one of the big ones.
What do they used to call it? Namibia, I think is what it's called. Anyways, south of Egypt. Or maybe it was just, Upper Egypt. Hey, what's going on? It's Sudan, what's another one?
I think that's it for now.
Over to the west, like in West Africa, there used to be some fairly successful cultures.
Shepard, how's it coming?
We're still in the ruins.
Get a move on. That Reaper hasn't moved, and the sky's looking worse.
And then all of it is a mess now, like after the Europeans arrived. Although they were... I'm not sure, I'm not 100% on the history, on African history. The Europeans didn't help, that's for sure, because it started taking slaves over to the American colonies and whatnot.
We're running out of time.
Yeah.
Patience. Shepard, older now. Slower.
That's no excuse. I'm centuries older than she is, and you don't see me taking a nap.
So yeah, so Africa used to be somewhat
Rex, you're right
better.
about Calros. She's on the move.
Yeah, we've got some ideas on that. What?
Not now, Rex. The commander has enough to worry about.
What's happening?
Some crazy idea we can talk about later. Just worry about getting out of there right now.
And Africa is still not really recovered. And it's having other problems too. I mean, like the Europeans didn't help at all, and then now they have population problems, and they also have climate change problems and resource scarcity problems, like water scarcity problems.
Take a breath because here they come.
Like they've never recovered their former advances.
Shepard, looks like we got a bridge up ahead. Try to find it, and we'll pick you up there.
We're a little preoccupied right now.
I didn't say it would be easy.
So Javik got pwned.
I didn't think Tachanka could get any worse.
Liara, can you put a singularity down there? Yeah, oh crap, let me just stick my head out there. Alright, killed one. Can we get a singularity down there? And the singularity should take care of the little guys. Alright, they're all dead. But I mean, it's been, what, it's been 1,000 years? Actually, how long were they... the Krogan... They got uplifted, so they nuked themselves. They were suffering under a nuclear... self-inflicted nuclear disaster. And then the Solarians uplifted them. I guess after the Solarians uplifted them, they were doing okay. I mean, they weren't all that cultured or civilized, but they were prosperous, you know, and they expanded in the galaxy for a little bit. And then they decided to fight against the council races, which was kind of stupid. And then they got genophaged. Yeah, the genophage might be a problem. Genophage compared, I mean, like genophage combined with their cultural tendencies might be worse than you might imagine, because you know, the genophage selects for a different thing than...
Shepard, we're coming under the bridge. Get down here and we can get to the shroud.
Will do.
Oh look, the trucks.
Wait, counter us.
Rex?
Break off. We're getting out of here.
Cross-territorial instinct confirmed.
She's not gonna get us.
That's a really big threshold. Yeah, so maybe the... I mean, this would have been before the nukes, I believe. I mean, if over hundreds of years you keep, you know, killing the people who would favor peace, and you keep killing all the scientists and artists and diplomats, and you only leave...
Go ahead, Shepard. We'll try to shake this thing and find you.
You only leave the warriors.
Closer.
Tell me something I don't know.
Metal in truck and excellent iron supplement for Mars diet.
This planet is one giant death trap.
The Reapers must feel at home.
Then maybe you end up like the Krogan. I mean, look at this, look at these monuments. I mean, this is a pretty impressive feat of engineering. The fact that the stone stands up like that and it stays standing for thousands of years is pretty impressive. Like, it's not easy to do that.
These Krogan seem to have only one talent: destruction, even of their own home.
No, Javik, you're not paying
Genophage
attention.
was a necessity.
You're not paying attention to what I'm saying. I just said that building this thing is impressive engineering, Javik.